What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. Today, we're going to be previewing the Steelers' Week 10 matchup against the New Orleans Saints. It's about time the Steelers get on a winning roll here in the second half of the year. But before we get into anything else today, we are doing a like battle this week with the Saints channel here at Chat Sports. It's called Saints Now, and let's just say the owner of that channel, Trace, the host, he's been talking a little smack around the office. He's been saying that the Saints Who Dat Nation is better than Steelers Nation. I said, heck no, baby. We are going to kill you this week. Last time we did this, we absolutely smoked the Dolphins channel. So if you guys want to show that Steelers Nation has the best fan base in the National Football League and show that Who Dat Nation, they're frauds, they're pretenders, and that we are the true nation in the National Football League, go like this video right now. Last time we did one of these, we got over 1,000 likes on the video, so that is my goal today. My goal is 1,000 likes, and hopefully we can even shoot past that and completely embarrass the Saints Now people here at Chat Sports. So at the end of the day, go like this video right now. All right, let's get into some Steelers injury news here. William Jackson III did not practice, has not practiced this week. He's got a back issue, and, we traded for him. He was expected to play. This is supposed to be his first game in the lineup, and right now, it's looking a little shaky right now. He's been dealing with that back issue for a while now. It seems to be aggravating him again, and it's just, it's not looking great for him to play this weekend. Hopefully, he can get on the field, though. Miles Jack did not practice either with the back injury. Number one linebacker there. Ogunjobi's dealing with a knee, but he was a limited participant yesterday, so there's still a chance that he plays. Witherspoon did not practice with a hamstring. That hammy's really been bothering him all season long. And then a couple days ago there, they put Chris Boswell on IR and with a groin injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So to address that, they brought in kicker Matthew Wright there to the 53-man roster. He was on the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad, and they poached him. So now it looks like he's going to be the guy for the Steelers, kicking field goals for at least the next couple of weeks. But they also released Ryan Anderson and Nick Skiba, who was the kicker for the Eagles game. So they released him, signed Wright, and then they also signed Josh Malone to the practice squad. So those were some roster moves made by the Steelers this week. But now let's look at the Saints injury report here, and they have a ton of guys on the list here. Davenport, really good edge rusher, limited participant this week. Jarvis Landry, same thing, limited participant. They're both questionable. Lattimore did not practice. Their number one cornerback. He could be out. That could be huge. Then they got two interior offensive linemen there in McCoy and Pete. They did not practice this week. Ingram also did not practice. Their number two running back, and then Warner also did not practice, and neither did May. So they have a ton of starters on this list right now that are hurt. And right now it's not looking great for the New Orleans Saints, as it's looking like the Steelers are going to have a little bit of an advantage there in terms of the injuries. Like, sure, the Steelers have some very key injuries right now that they need to address, but at the end of the day, I'm really looking forward to what Pittsburgh can do this week. Let's take a look at some of the ways that Pittsburgh has an advantage this week. New Orleans is playing on a short week this week, so they played Monday night. Right, so they're tired. They got shellacked by the Ravens. They're tired. They're injured. They have lots of injuries to really key players on their team right now. And then Pittsburgh's coming off a bye. They're coming back refreshed. Apparently, according to Mike Tomlin and Kenny Pickett and a bunch of other guys, the pep in the step of the guys in the locker room is really, really great. And then also home field advantage. We're going to be seeing a ton of these guys, a ton of waving these towels. These terrible towels are going to be flying all day long at Acrisure Stadium, and it's going to be a tough go for the Saints because they're going to have to deal with Steelers Nation. And guys, I really like the Steelers' chances when it comes to this sort of stuff. And another thing to note here is that Mike Tomlin, he has kind of a reputation for not being very good off the bye. Apparently, some people think he doesn't have his team prepared off a bye, but this is completely untrue. He's 11-4 in his career off of a bye, which is a fantastic record off of a bye. And I'm really excited to see what they can do because Mike Tomlin and this Steelers team, they've won the last 5 games off of a bye. The past 5 seasons, they have won their game off of the bye week. And this week, with all the other stuff that's happening, the home field advantage, the Saints injuries, it's really looking like the Steelers have a great opportunity to get a win at home this week. Now, before I get into the main storylines for this game, let's have a word from our sponsor at Established Titles. Established Titles is a fantastic way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Eddleston, Scotland. You're watching a video of the estate right now, and an official certificate with a crest. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities such as One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially become a lord or lady and put it on your credit cards, plane tickets, dating profiles, and more. It makes a great last-minute gift for the Game of Thrones fan in your family. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot that I have in Eddleston, Scotland right now. So we can build our own Steelers nation if you use our link. Right now, there's some fantastic Black Friday discounts here for that Established Titles is giving you guys. It's like up to 80% off already. And then if you use our link here, establishedtitles.com/chat, and use promo code chat, they're going to give you an additional 10% off your order. So if you really want to be the gift-giving MVP this holiday season for that Game of Thrones or the Crown fan in your family, get them a title pack from Established Titles and make them or yourself a lord or lady today. All right, now let's get into my storylines for this week. The first storyline, it's obvious. The TJ Watt effect. TJ Watt is back. I am so juiced to see him back in the lineup because I think that the impact that he's going to have on the Steelers pass rush is going to be massive, not just for Alex Highsmith, right? I think he's going to not only have many more opportunities one-on-one on the outside, because TJ Watt is the type of guy that's going to take up a lot of those double teams, a lot of the attention. I think Highsmith is going to have a lot of great opportunities, but it's not just him. Cameron Hayward is going to have lots of one-on-one opportunities to rush the passer this week. Ogunjobi's going to have opportunities if he plays. If it's not him, Chris Wormley has been a pleasant surprise this season, and I think he could do a very good job this weekend as well. So at the end of the day, the Steelers' pass rush without TJ Watt has been awful, and we've seen that this pass rush is ferocious with him in there. So with him back in the lineup, I don't know if they're going to get to the 7 sacks that they had in week 1 against Cincinnati, but I think it's going to be a ferocious pass rush, a menacing pass rush that Andy Dalton and that Saints offense is not going to want to deal with. And right now, it's just so clear that TJ Watt needs to be back in this lineup because right now the adjusted sack rate, it's 5.6 right now, and that's 22nd in the NFL. And what that means is that they're not putting quarterbacks under pressure a whole lot right now. And I mean, this number's inflated because of how much we put Joe Burrow on the ground in week 1. So right now, without him in the lineup, the Steelers have had one of the worst pass rushes in the National Football League. And I think with him back in and giving Hayward and Highsmith more one-on-one opportunities, I think it's going to reignite this Steelers pass rush, and it's going to be one to be feared. It's going to be one where opposing offenses are going to have to respect this pass rush, and it's going to be one scary line to face off against, man. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be great. Let me know in the comments right now how many sacks you think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get this Sunday against the Saints. Give me your prediction in the comments. I think they're going to get 5. That's going to be my prediction. I'm going to say 5. I think TJ Watt's going to get just 1 because it's reported that he's going to be on a pitch count. But I think his overall production and impact is going to allow Cameron Hayward to maybe get a couple. Highsmith might get a couple. At the end of the day, I think they're going to get 5 sacks on Andy Dalton in this one. Let me know your number prediction in the comments section. All right, now this might be the most interesting storyline to me this week. How will Damontae Kazee factor into this defense? Now, if we look at the Steelers' safety depth chart here, Minkah Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmunds are no doubt the number 1 and number 2, so you might think Kazee might just sit on the bench. But I actually think what's going to happen is they're going to put Damontae Kazee as the free safety in nickel packages. So that's my prediction. I think Kazee, who was a really good and solid free safety in Atlanta for all those years, he hasn't played this season. This is his first game. I think Mike Tomlin is going to implement him as the free safety in nickel packages, and then he's going to allow Minkah Fitzpatrick to do Minkah Fitzpatrick things as the nickelbacker / star role. I think he's going to allow Minkah Fitzpatrick to roam, to be aggressive, to go pick hunting, to go get interceptions, and just fuck shit up. That's what Minkah Fitzpatrick does to opposing offenses, and I think that this could be a potential game changer for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense when they're in their nickel packages. Because if Minkah doesn't have to play center field and he's just allowed to go, screw up an opposing offense's plans, that's what he does best, guys. And now I think that this defense with TJ Watt back and Minkah Fitzpatrick in that nickel star role in those nickel packages, I think this defense is ready to ascend to become one of the best defensive units in the National Football League. And right now with Minkah Fitzpatrick roaming and trying to get interceptions, I mean, this is a Saints team that turns the ball over a ton, guys. A ton. 17. I mean, I think that's tied for the top. Actually, I think that's tied for the most turnovers in the National Football League right now. And they also commit a lot of untimely penalties. So there's going to be a ton of opportunities for the Steelers defense to take advantage of this Saints team that's talented. But, I mean, they shoot themselves in the foot all the time. So I think it's going to be massively important for Minkah Fitzpatrick and the Steelers defense to take advantage of those opportunities and really give the Steelers opportunities to turn the ball over and go score points. All right, guys, this is the point in the show where I ask you to go subscribe to Steelers Talk right now. If you clicked on this video, I'm guessing it's because you were looking for some premium Steelers news and rumors content, and that's exactly what we do here on the channel every single day. So if that's sort of your thing, if you love the black and gold and want daily updates on all the latest news and rumors and analysis and all these other things, consider subscribing to the channel and help us get to 19,000 subscribers. We are so close to that number, guys. So if you want to help us out, consider subscribing and clicking that subscribe button right now. All right, let's get into my third storyline to watch out for this week, which is, will there be any offensive changes this week to Matt Canada's offense? Earlier this week, here is the list of potential changes that I would implement to make this team better right now. And if Canada somehow implements these this week or towards the end of the season, I think this offense is going to get a lot better. I think it's going to help Kenny Pickett a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of Matt Canada, guys. You know this. He's not really great at making adjustments. I think that he's kind of arrogant and thinks that his offense is just kind of the offense and the players have to fit around it. So I'm not sure how willing he's going to be to make these adjustments and make these shifts to make things better. But if it happens, I'm going to be so happy to see it, and I really, really hope that it ends up happening. Please, Matt Canada, please don't suck for just once in your life, please. All right, number 4, is Pickett progressing? This is another thing that I'm going to be watching in every single game for the rest of the year. His first 4 starts, plain and simply, guys, the simple truth is that it just hasn't been great. His mental processing hasn't been great. If it's everything is just okay right there, like with his first read, everything is fine. If it's there, if the wide receiver's open, there's good protection, he's got a clean pocket, he can deliver an accurate ball to that first read. That's not the issue. The issue is if that first read isn't there, then he has a real big problem getting to his second, third, or fourth option in the progression. And, he tries to escape the pocket. He doesn't step up in the pocket. Footwork's not great. He's throwing off his back foot all the time, and it's affecting accuracy down the field. Right now, it's just a mess. And I think that after the bye week, he's had some time to regroup, see what he's done well, see what he hasn't done well. And I think now is the opportunity to really step up against a tough Saints defense. I mean, just take a look at these numbers from the Saints. I mean, they do a pretty good job at limiting yards per play, limiting teams in the red zone, limiting teams on third down. Now, they're not a real, ball hawking, turn the ball over type of defense right now, and they don't have a fantastic pass rush, but, I mean, Cam Jordan, and if Marcus Davenport plays, that's a pretty darn good pass rushing duo there. But at the end of the day, I really think Pickett is ready to ascend and overcome this adversity that he's facing right now. But let me know in the comments section if you think 1.5 touchdowns. So essentially what we're doing here is an over-under. So right now we're setting it at 1.5. So if you think he's going to throw 2 or more touchdown passes on Sunday, type O for over. If you think he's going to throw 1 or 0 touchdown passes, type U for under. Let me know in the comments, guys. All right, it's prediction time, and my score prediction is I think the Steelers are going to pull off the victory this week, guys. Hallelujah. Amen. I mean, I've been waiting for this for a while since the Bucs game. Another Steelers win. I think it's going to happen this week. I think everything is moving in the Steelers' direction in terms of, New Orleans coming off that bye, or not the bye. We're coming off the bye. They're coming off a short week. We're rested. They're tired. They're injured. Kenny Pickett's had some time to regroup. Same thing with Matt Canada. I think TJ Watt back mixed with Minkah Fitzpatrick playing in that nickel star role is going to create a ton of sacks and interceptions this week. I think this is going to be a fantastic week for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I cannot wait to see how it goes. My final score prediction is 23-20, but give me your prediction in the comments section below. What do you think the score will be, and who do you think will win? I, for one, think the Steelers are going to have a glorious victory this week. It's going to be a close one, but I think Kenny Pickett and crew are going to get it done. I think it's going to be the defense that makes the difference in the end, however. All right, guys, that'll be it for today's show. Make sure to go like this video if you haven't already. Remember, we're in that like battle, so we have to assert our dominance over Saints Now and Who Dat Nation right now. Make sure on Sunday to get those terrible towels going, baby, at Acrisure Stadium. Steelers Nation, I love you. And until next time, peace.